Which fruit of the Spirit is important in relationships to you? It's born again, because one thing that I struggle with, even as I was thinking about this video throughout today before we got to this live session, was, and this is something that I challenge you to do and think about it in this context as a believer and follower of Christ. What of the 9 fruits of the Spirit are you lacking or deficient or working on? And that's something that I was, and to this very day, that I actually have been in pursuit of trying to manifest those fruits of the Spirit, not in my own power,
Right.
but then my ability to be transformed and be. And I love the message that we heard this past weekend, and that was so important. And I love the way he put it, because when you're yielded to the Holy Spirit, he will guide you and lead you and teach you into the things that will transform you into those fruits of the Spirit that will manifest in your life. And it has nothing to do with what month you were born in.
You want to make sure that you're not pursuing something that is not going to give you, because if the goal is peace, purpose, and identity, what are the things that you can do in your life to help you to develop, to have peace? Because one of the things that I can say that I know, before I gave my heart to the Lord, there was always this lingering regret of decisions that I made and things that I did. And when you think about when you get saved and give your heart to the Lord, and the Holy Spirit comes into your life and he becomes a part of how you make decisions, you do have more peace. You do have more joy. You do have more love. You do have all those things. The fruits of the Spirit look good: faithfulness, gentleness, goodness, self-control. You have all those things in your life. They're all there, but as far as the measure of them, because for me, I feel like I have like the gift of joy. That is just my superpower, is just being joyful. But then my kryptonite is self-control. And so I think that as humans, we're always going to have areas of our life where we have growth areas and strengths.
So as we go through this video, and as we talking to you guys, put it in the chat. I got a question for you. Which fruit of the Spirit is important in relationships to you? Which fruit of the Spirit is important to you in relationships, as you're in, whether it's your spouse, your children, your significant other, your partner, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever you want to put label on? What fruit of the Spirit is important to you when it comes to relationship?
I think it's important that, like you said, you know your growth areas and your strengths. I think that the one thing that we all need, and I say this, we all need love. I think that the way love is manifested in your life is through faithfulness, gentleness, And so I would say, because it's something that I struggle with, I think that normally what you need from the other person may need from you is the thing that you struggle with. And when you can learn to talk about it and work through it, I believe that when you get saved and give your heart to the Lord, you can be transformed. And so while you may have been born in a certain month, you may have been born in a certain family, you may have been born in a certain environment, but I believe that it's choices, and we have to make sure that we're choosing, that we choose joy, that we choose peace. We have to choose those things.